At their Spring Valley Enterprises operation, Matt and Lindley Wyeth have been running a series of trials on intensive triplet management and orphan lamb rearing in their role as a Beef and Lamb New Zealand demonstration farm. They've been working with Ellie Meadows, a farm consultant. Ellie grew up on a farm in England, studied agriculture and business farm management at Harper Adams University, then worked as a consultant in Hertfordshire before moving to New Zealand in 2011.
We're not doing anything new. The intensive triplet management is done in the UK every lambing time, indoor lambing. But here it is an innovation, but we're just trying to tweak specific areas on the farm, not change the whole farm system. We've got a 3-year contract with Beef and Lamb, and we're going into our 2nd year now. We did do the indoor lambing as a FITT project for Beef and Lamb, farmer-initiated technology project, but this is our 2nd year as a demonstration farm. Orphan lamb rearing, basically animal welfare is our #1 key here on this farm, so saving lives, that's the main objective. Specifically for the indoor lambing, we source 2 students from England, so they come through AgriVenture and they're highly qualified with indoor lambing specifically. So yeah, we have 2 more students, 2 extra labour units for that trial. The other trials just normally run on the farm with no extra labour.
We've been running the trial for 2 years, the triplet trial. First year was a success. Last year was not quite a success, and that was due to a lot of metabolic problems in the ewes. So we looked at it as a key area that we can improve on this year, and so we've changed our imprinting process to make sure they're 100% onto the diet going into this year. So we're pre-feeding ewes, just imprinting them with the silage and meal-based diets, and also supplementing a bit of their diet with the sharps feed with a higher protein and higher magnesium, so we don't have any metabolic problems. We used a lot of lucerne balers last year, which we found out afterwards, which is quite high in calcium, which added to our problems. So we've brought a nutritionist on board that is tailor-making a blend up to fit our requirements.
So this is the intensive triplet management system project that we're working on. We started scanning, we scan them as triplets into 10-day mobs, early, mid and late. We then train them on the feed and we bring them into the shed for lambing. The ultimate gain here is to lift our docking percent from the average of New Zealand 150 up to 200 to 50%. We're identifying early the triplet lambing ewes. They come into the shed about a week before their lambing date, and they're in the shed for about an average of a week. Some are longer, some leave quicker. We've put strategic protocols in place, animal health protocols for the shed. They start in these lambing pens. They then go into individual pens, which they're monitored really closely. Things that we're monitoring is the lamb's drunk colostrum, the ewe is healthy, and we iodine the navel to reduce disease. So how long till these ones go out into the pens?
They aim for about 12 hours.
The challenges are labour and the cost of feed. They're the 2 biggest costs to us. It takes a lot of hard work and expertise to run it, but it does work, and we've run it for the last 2 years. The first year we docked 150% from our triplets, and yeah, I made a profit, so it does work. We've got this year and next year to go as a trial. We've got lots of tweaks to do and lots of changes that we want to make within the system, mainly within nutrition within the system, and hopefully those results will be interesting. So this is basically like an arable farmer harvests his crops. This is our harvest. This is our time to harness that potential within that ewe. So this is the critical period. We're throwing everything we've got at it to ensure that we improve our profitability and production on the farm.
A few years ago, the loss of 1,000 lambs in an overnight storm was the genesis of an orphan lamb rearing system Matt and Lindley have set up.
This is our orphan rearing system. So these lambs actually come from sometimes from the indoor triplet lambing system, or they can come from on farm. So any of these lambs would have eventually perished or not survived. We can rear up to 300 lambs in this system. At the moment, we're only 10 days in, so any lamb that'll come in here will follow its way either through the nursery, into the main rearing shed here, and then out into the paddock. This is our 4th year of rearing orphan lambs. In 2010, we actually had quite a major storm that came through, and we lost 1,000 lambs overnight. It was completely devastating, and we just decided we needed to find a way that we could stop that from happening. We knew we couldn't save every one of those lambs, but to make us feel better and to really try and put our ethical hat back on, we had to create a system that could rear anything that would perish out in the weather. It's really tough. Middle of the season, so in another couple of weeks, I would be up to maybe 100 to 200 lambs in here, and I can be averaging 70 hours a week in the shed.
You know, yeah. Well, they take the mum.
Hi guys, what have you got in here? You've got some lambs in here. How many?
Like 2 maybe.
2? The kids are vital. They're such good little helpers. They're very quiet and they can sit for ages holding a bottle and holding an orphan lamb. So just very gently put them in the hot box. It can cost anything between $38 to $48 to rear an orphan lamb, and if you can sell it for 100, 120, then you're making some money. It's still worth it. Without an orphan rearing shed, what do you do with the lambs that can't survive with mum, or if mum's not capable of taking out 3 or 4 lambs, then all those lambs can come straight to me. So they actually work really well together. They're quite a good partnership. We find that losing 20% of our lambs, through to weather or whatever, is just completely unacceptable. And if we can get other farmers maybe adapting some of these systems and upping their productivity and efficiency on farm, then that's really great if we can get that out of it.
Our goal for our business plan is to own and operate 15,000 stock units in the Kaituna area. That short term and long term build it up to 20,000 stock units. Yeah, we're all about sheep and beef. I'm a proud third generation sheep and beef farmer, and that's where I want to be, and that's what I enjoy. So we've got to do our best to make it as profitable as we can, and I really believe it's our time to shine as an industry. You've got to enjoy what you do at the end of the day, and this is what gets me out of bed in the morning.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.